The U.S. mission in Panama now involves the country of Peru. You'll find out why.
And why is Minnesota the #1 consumer of tomato soup? We'll have a special report.
And folks in St. Paul's Highland Park are concerned about how things will sound if airport heads go to the latest flight plan. Those stories and more next on Primetime News.
Consul wants to divert some air traffic from Minneapolis over St. Paul's Highland Park. And as Fritzie Borgwardt reports, they are at this hour hearing what residents think of it.
Rod and Heather, Masak conducted an experiment that lasted 6 months and ended a year ago. And in that experiment, they took a small amount of air traffic and diverted it over St. Paul. They took a small amount away from the folks in South Minneapolis. Now Masak would like to go to that plan permanently. But of course, folks here in St. Paul aren't happy about it.
There are a few things I want to say tonight. I'm here primarily to defend St. Paul and what you're going to try to do to us.
I have great sympathy for the residents of South Minneapolis, who've long suffered with aircraft noise more than they should be getting, much more. Nobody wants more noise or traffic, but I believe that the residents of St. Paul would be much more willing to accept the traffic if we knew that it was relieving the residents of South Minneapolis.
Now, the plan would take only about 10% of the overflight time away from the folks in South Minneapolis, and it would increase the overflight time over St. Paul by about 10%. What the people here would really like to see is a new airport. The state legislature's asked Masak to look into that, but that plan could take years, and it could cost between $2 and $3 billion. Rod and Heather?
Fritzie, right now, are there any more meetings scheduled, and if so, where would those be held?
As a matter of fact, Rod, there's another one scheduled on Thursday in South Minneapolis, and the opinions expressed there are likely to be 180 degrees different than the opinions expressed here tonight. Masak will make its recommendation on February 20th to the FAA, and then it could take the FAA up to a year and a half to decide what to do.
Okay. Thank you very much,
Okay.
Fritzie. Federal aviation officials say